Hello guys, I want to believe that you're doing well. Welcome to this episode. There's a quote that says, your network is your net worth. Now, this means that friendship is a very essential part of our living or of our life. In this episode, we're going to look at what are the basics that you really need to have when you want to decide or decipher who's gonna be in your circle. Of course, this is F.A. Juma, and with you
is Joy.
With you, or okay, whichever. So this is okay. I'm F.A. Juma, and with me is Joy, of course, as she has said. So we want to have a discussion on this friendship matter. So this is gonna be the first series of friendship. This is gonna be the first episode of friendship series. Joy.
Yes.
Do you have a friend? Do you have friends?
Yes.
So I have to believe, and I have. It is my belief that we might be having many friends, or someone might be having many friends, but we'll realize that maybe they are only having, among those friends, there's only one or none genuine friends. So that makes friendship a very critical area. And because when you are in a friendship, sometimes you tend to share some personal information. And if you have somebody in your circle, somebody you call a friend and is a fake friend, then this person can sabotage you, or this person can use that loophole to really bring you down, right?
Yeah.
So tell me, what are some of the things that can make you say that this is your friend, or quality that define a meaningful friendship?
Okay. So first of all, I'd love to say that friendship is it's just not about being in a relationship with a person or with people. It's about being there for each other, supporting each other, having a sense of belonging. When the two of you, two or more, when you're together, you feel that you are safe. And qualities that for me, that I look for in a friend, one of them should be trust and honesty.
Trust and honesty.
Yeah.
Trust and honesty.
Yeah. You being able to confide in a person, telling them your problems, whatever you're going through every day, whatever is disturbing you, that person. And also, when you say about honesty is about speaking the truth. And in this case, since we are talking about friendship, when I say honesty, I mean when I talk to this person, because then again, okay, as you have said, we can have friends, but I don't want to say that you always go sharing all your problems to all your friends. I believe there's that one specific person.
But why should you spare some, and this is your friend?
It depends with how you have evaluated them.
So it means you don't trust them. You don't trust them. Because you said that very well, that one of the attributes that you really need to consider is trust and honesty.
Okay.
And if you trust someone, then it means you will not have any problem with sharing with them or confiding in them.
That's true, but I'd like to say that people are different, and when I say that, it's like I can trust you. I do trust my friends, but okay, it depends the kind of information I'd want to share with this particular friend, and it's not, how do we say, it's kubagua in English.
Choosing.
Yeah, it's not choosing one friend over the other, or saying that this one is more special than the other. Yeah, you just, there's some evaluation you have to do, and yeah, so that's it. Yeah.
So I'm asking you, before you call someone a friend, it means this person must have passed the test of time. This person must have passed the test of the things. If you talk about honesty, you must test the honesty of this person, right? Is when you will have to come to a conclusion that this person is having honesty, or this person is honest. If you talk about trust, you have to get engaged with this person for some time. Then is when you will know whether this person you can trust or the person trusts you, right? Yeah. So the thing I was just trying to everyone knows that friendship requires trust and honesty.
Yeah.
But that fact doesn't, it does not mean that all friends, all those people that people are having as their friends are trustworthy and also they are honest, right?
True.
So the basis of this conversation is we want to know how can you trust someone? Like, how can you be free to trust someone? Or how can you know that someone is honest to you? How do you test this? That is the big deal, yeah. Knowing that trust is a quality, knowing that honesty is a quality, that's not a problem. We know that. But how will you know that this person is trustworthy, this person is honest?
For you, is it a must you test someone to know that they're trustworthy, to know that they're honest? Is it a must you test them?
I will also ask another question. Is there other way of which you can use to know that?
For example, a problem comes up and you share with them, and after sharing, you know, they're there with you. Maybe it was a sensitive thing, and you just told you didn't want it to get out, and they kept it for you.
Let me tell you something. You see, the main reason why I act the way I'm acting is because of the experience I have. It's because of things I've met. Like there is a friend. There is not really. They are friends. They were friends somewhere. They used to call themselves friends. So it happened that one of them was bereaved, and now as friends, as you are saying, they had to offer that emotional support.
Yeah.
And maybe they went to that funeral together. So it happened that it was the man who was bereaved, and so they went to that funeral together with the wife, let me just say a friend, okay? But they were in a serious relationship. So when they okay, first, before I even give this example, I want to give a relevant example. Is somebody you are in a relationship is also a friend, or friend is just somebody who you are not, it's not, we remove the intimacy?
That's a whole...
Yeah.
We are friends, we are not lovers.
Also, when you say friends, we should not come to...
Yeah, there's a boundary.
There's a boundary.
Yeah.
Okay, still this example will still work. Okay. So there were two spouses.
Okay.
All right. So one of the spouse was bereaved. So they went to this funeral, and in this funeral, there was a friend to this man who also went there. Then during that funeral, during that time, as you know, when you're there, you have guests and people are very busy. Then this lady colluded with the friend to this man.
Okay.
And they had a quickie. That was the first time I heard of a quickie. I didn't know what is a quickie, by the way. So they had a quickie. So the main reason I'm bringing this. You are talking about that if you're a friend, then you're saying that when in a problem, then people come close to give you the support. Now these people came close, and even they went to that funeral, and still a friend the wife gave a quickie to a friend. So tell me. So that's what I'm trying to say that.
The problem is not the man. The problem is with the friend and the wife. When people do things to you,
So I'm asking you.
you cannot.
It's not a man, but it's the friend. This man trusted the friend.
Okay.
That's what we are talking about. And you are talking about trust and honesty. He trusted, he knew that my wife can't do anything, so they were just free.
Okay. He trusted the friend. I mean, okay, people come and go. Friendships break. You make friends.
So, you see,
in that scenario, obviously the trust was broken. The friend betrayed his friend.
Now, the main thing is the main thing I want us to help our viewers. I don't like it. It really makes me sad. Waiting until you reach a certain level is when you get heartbroken, or you somebody betrays you, right? So that's why I want to ensure that before even you call someone a friend, you ensure that this person have gone through all the verification and all the tests, all the due diligence you've done, and you are now sure that this is the person, right? It doesn't matter even if it be just one person. There's no need of having the whole world, and the whole world are just your enemies.
That's
hidden,
true,
right?
But what if in this particular scenario, this friend had passed all these verifications and he still did that?
He cannot pass the verifications. If it was my test, we won't pass the verification, because first one of my tests I will test her with my girlfriend. I'll use my girlfriend as a bait in the first place. And if I see how he reacts with the lady, already I'm done with him.
Does that sit right with you? Using your person as a bait to catch another?
You see, for me, even to date someone, right? Do you understand? For me, even to date someone, first of all, the person I said in the family episode, that you really need to have your constitution. You really need to have your values and all the things that is governing your relationship. So it means the lady would understand whatever I'm trying to achieve, right? We are trying to ensure that we have the right people around us. Yeah? So she won't take it negatively when I use her as a bait. Okay, the word bait might sound awkward, but using her to understand the people around us.
No.
So to me, first of all, that person would have failed to be my friend, because I would have read the red flags. So
according to you, even if you call a person your friend, you shouldn't trust.
I can't call you a friend.
So you'll call people you know. You term them as people you know. You don't call them friends.
Links. Networks.
Okay.
For you to be a friend, then you must have gone through the test of time.
So you don't have friends?
I have.
Okay. Okay.
But they are genuine friends.
Okay.
Even when it comes up to the last moment, they will appear.
Okay.
Right? Yes, so the test of time. So that's what we want to help people with. It's not just about saying that in friendship we look for trust, we look for honesty. How do you know that the person is honest, the person is trustworthy? How do you know? So you should test them to know that they are honest, to know that they are trustworthy. You have to test them. Okay. Yes, you have. How will you know? Because even these scientific findings or this the innovation and all this thing, they have to go through test. Even if a vaccine is introduced, it has to be tested whether it is effective or not. Why are you avoiding the rule of testing in something that's going to affect your life? Okay. Emotional support and all that. You have to test this person. And it's not a must you tell them that I was testing. Yeah, obviously. Right? Yeah. So you just can work out your things. Okay. But in the first place, we will go to the next. In the next, when we go to the other series of faith series, I will also explain this, how faith can really help when choosing friends.
Okay.
Yeah? Yes. But let's use these other qualities before even going to the faith side. Let's just use these qualities. So I've said trust and honesty. That those things you can just measure. Just try to trust this person and see. Like you say that honesty, right? There are simple things you can do. You can enter even some transactions, right? And just try to measure that person with money. Maybe you did a deal together, and you're paid for it, and then you assume as if you don't have the information about the payment. Get to know whether this person will tell you, okay, this payment was made, and this is the amount which was distributed to us, right? Something like that. To give just an example, you can just see on a way how you can test the honesty.
Okay.
Then when you talk about trust, okay, of course, if somebody is honest with you, the trust will just develop with with time, right?
So we move on, and you were saying about testing people. So in these next qualities, which are loyalty and reliability, so I think they will also fall into the two somehow.
Loyalty.
Yeah.
Somebody who is loyal is like, for example, the one I was the instance I was giving you, whereby they went to a funeral, and that funeral, a friend took advantage of that. So if that friend would have been the genuine friend, then he would have been loyal. Even if the lady is the one who pushed for that, he would have remained loyal and defend that friend.
Okay.
And maybe, if necessary, reach out to a friend and tell the friend, you see,
this is the kind of woman
you're dealing with.
Okay.
And if you can provide some evidence of maybe chats that they had, something like that, it could, because some people also usually bury their head in the sand, like they really enter into a love with everything, such that if you tell them even the red flags, they will see like you are the one who is you want to separate them so that you take her.
Yeah.
You see something like that.
Yeah.
So they cannot heed to advice. They cannot say that it's hard to advise somebody who is in love. And sometimes it's true, because I usually say that when you're in love, people tend to leave the logics, the sense. You shatter your sense part, then you just remain that, I'm free for everything which can happen. And that's what brings problems. So if somebody come with the logic, tells you that, you see, whatever this person you are really deeply in love, this person is not the person you think. They might fail to trust you.
Yeah.
Or trust the information that you're providing. They might think that you're having other agenda. Right? Yeah. So loyalty and reliability,
they work together. Yeah.
So if somebody is loyal, it means you will rely on this person.
Yeah.
Right? And they also work together with the trust and honesty.
Yes.
So somebody you trust is somebody you can rely on. Somebody who is honest is somebody that you can trust.
Yeah.
Right? Yes. But the problem with these virtues is that measuring them is very difficult. That's why sometimes it might call for a test.
Okay.
And one of the tests is called test of time. Time will allow you to see who you are calling your friend. Right? With the time, you will get to know their true colors. So even if over 10 years, over 20 years, you haven't seen anything fishy, then they shall have passed the test of time.
Okay.
Yes. Because as you are together, you are in that your friendship, and you go through the life circles. If it's about this relationship, marriage, all these things, you went through the same, and you never had any problems, then it means that probably you're having a genuine friend. Then also keeping circle too big having so many people in your circle can also not guarantee you having genuine friends.
True.
Because we say that genuine friends are rare.
Very.
They are very rare, right?
Very.
So getting genuine friends, it's not an easy thing. And that's why sometimes I say that you have to bring element of faith in it. Yeah, so sometimes you need to use faith. And if I say faith, I mean, you should pray, right? So that God can give you the right links, right? People who are not coming. Because God knows us all. We believe that God knows us all because God is our creator. God knows who can match our attributes, right? So if you start with God, I think there will be no need even of testing the trust. There will be no need even testing the honesty, because this thing will just be manifesting in this person. I don't know if you have a friend that when he or she hears that you have a problem, then you don't need to tell them what to do. You don't need to tell them what to do.
Yeah.
Right? Is there any challenge? Yeah, so you don't really need to tell them what to do. Yeah. Because they feel you. They are very empathetic about you.
They understand you.
They understand you.
They know you.
They know you.
Okay.
So when you explain yourself, you don't really have to explain yourself a lot. Unlike other friends that when you really need even some support from them, you really need to tell them, how did the mess came up, right? Explain to me. How are you ignorant? How surely? This is something that you could not see, right? You see something like that. Yeah. So they take you through sarcasm talks. They try to, before they help you, they ensure that you feel it, right?
Yeah, that so it's your fault.
It's your fault, something like that.
Yeah.
You see? Yeah, they don't take it that this is our problems. Yeah, something like that. So loyalty and reliability, everyone knows that those are essential parts of friendship.
Yeah.
But the question is, how will you know that the person is loyal? How will you know that the person is reliable? Yeah? Yes. So that call for the test. And I've said one of the tests is test of time.
Test of time.
And even the test of time alone is not sufficient. If you started wrongly, like if you started with a friend, like if you are the one who picked this friend on your own, I can guarantee you that chances are high that that friend is just maybe for a reason. It's a mutual benefit thing.
So what you're trying to say is that friends should come naturally.
Yes.
They should.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You should not go seek it for a friend.
Okay.
Yeah. What you just do is just to pray. Just pray.
I hear you.
And everyone can pray. Even those people who are taking alcohol, everyone can pray.
Yes.
Actually, you don't need to be religious is when you can pray.
True.
And praying is just talking to nature. That's all, right? So it doesn't matter the religion that you're subscribing to or the cult that you're subscribing to. It doesn't matter. So long as whatever you believe in is making changes when you ask or when you pray, you just pray.
Okay.
Do all you can do. So start with that. That's what you should always start with.
Prayer.
Talking with supernatural being.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Then the supernatural being will link you to that person.
Okay.
Then from there is when now you come to these qualities. When that person manifests, you will start now seeing this thing.
Is the person loyal?
Is the person loyal?
Trustworthy?
Yes, you will just see those things happening.
Okay.
Right? This person will try to emulate all these things that you expect in a genuine friend.
Okay.
Yes.
I hope our viewers are listening and taking notes.
Yes. So next, another attribute that, of course, when you started right, will manifest in your friendship is mutual respect.
Yeah.
Right? If you do me good, that one doesn't give you the audacity of going outside there saying, you see this guy I helped. This guy you see here, if not of me.
He wouldn't be where he is.
Yes. Why? Why should you do that? Right? Why should you do that? And there's this thing I want to say. if somebody does something to you and this person put it on camera, now you see I'm gifting so and so, you see now I'm helping, now we went out to help so and so, that those people are advertising themselves. They are not really helping you.
I concur.
Right?
Yeah.
If you really mean to give somebody something or to help somebody outside, to help somebody out, you should do it privately.
We shouldn't even know you helped.
People should not even know.
Yeah.
If we must know, then let be that the person is the one giving the testimony.
The story may be somewhere, and people are like, oh, he did that and that. Wow. She did that and that.
And in that story itself, it will just show, people will just perceive it, that's a true friend. You see?
Yeah.
But you're not going outside there telling people, you see, if not for me, you see this guy, I did this and this and this and this. And that one usually manifests sometimes when people break up, is when they start announcing those things. I did this, you see, I did this, I did this.
Yeah.
So to avoid all this thing, to avoid all this before it get worse, let's just start the right way. See? So even the friendship, even the love that you're talking about, you should start it the right way. If you start it the right way, then these other ones will just be manifestation. Right? And they will even increase the bond. If somebody just come into your life and you find that these things are manifesting, this person is just like a copy of you, right? This person respects you, this person know how to address you. You don't tell them what you want, but you just find whatever they are doing is just aligning with what you would have expect from a true friend. You see, that's what really defines a true friendship. Emotional support. Also, like I said, it's very important. But don't just use emotional support in itself as a way of judging someone. That maybe somebody came through during when you're bereaved or at your lowest moment, at the time that you are in your lowest point. No, that alone should not talk about, because people can do things in a way like playing a long game.
Just to get what they want.
What they want, indirect. So if somebody does something to you, don't just judge things just like that. Maybe this person is having a different initiative, right? So like I'm saying, when you come to emotional support, when you are down, this person came through and did 1, 2, 3 things, right? And from that alone, you already were touched, and you're saying that this is the person, this is the, you see? Then more so if it's something that is dealing with money. Somebody say, I'm sorry for what happened. Nunua cock up. Buy something for yourself. Have this one. I hope this one will help you through when you are going through the difficult moment. Right? Yeah. So, and because of that, you say that now this is the person.
But I believe also emotional support is does not come in only when one of you is going through a rough time. Because emotional support, even happiness is a feeling. It's an emotion. This friend should be there at all times, not at specific seasons, only there when you're happy. Then when something comes up, they distance themselves.
You see, when you are at your good times, you always have many friends. So that's why it's not a big deal. At your good time, at the time when you're enjoying, it's really not a good time to measure.
But me, I'm talking about true friendship. No, not the circle. Not those big circles. No, this is my friend. I know her or him and stuff. And he or she does not only show up during my happy moment.
You see, because of trust, because of honesty, because of loyalty, because of mutual respect, you will find yourself spending a lot of time with this person.
True.
So when the person you spend a lot of time with, it means some of the best moments of yours, you will be together.
You will share with the person.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I was just trying to say is, you see, in your best moments, it's very easy to get a friend at that particular time.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So that we should not be even concerned about your best when you're happy.
So when you're talking about emotional support, you should just go a little further when you're
you only
down.
need support when you're down. Can you need the support when you're okay?
Yes.
With same emotion, you are fine. What support do you need?
I want to be finer, if that's English.
Okay.
So does that mean when I am fine, I distance myself from people, from my friends?
You don't distance yourself.
They're just there to be there.
It's now mutual. At that time, you are not getting the support. It's mutual. You are enjoying, all of you. Okay. It's a mutual thing. But when you are down, you are getting the support because the person is not feeling the same way you are feeling.
Okay.
Right? So you're the person who is at the lowest point.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't mean that the other person should also feel the same.
True.
So when they come to you to be in your shoe, then it means that they are now offering you support.
Okay.
Yes. But at the time that you are laughing, you are happy, you are enjoying, you don't need any support at that particular point. So at that time, it's just a mutual benefit.
Okay.
Right? You are enjoying together.
Noted.
You are creating memories.
True.
Actually, good moments and bad moments usually help you create memories. And to me, I think those are the things that, creating the things that we call love. Yeah, when you remember. Yeah? So that's why I'm still insisting, I'm saying that love is emotion, and emotion which is being interpreted by brain.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. You can take just a old picture, right? A picture that you take some years ago, all right? And you look at it, and maybe you've not been in contact with this person for some time. And if there is something that you did together, there's some series of things that you did together, the good and the bad, right? When you analyze the particular picture, you will find yourself getting emotional if you don't really cultivate your emotion very well. If you don't know how to manage your emotion, you can get emotional and even just pick a phone and call her. Hello, how are you? It's a long time. I just saw this and I thought that I should reach out and get to know how you are doing. Yeah? You see? So whatever I'm just trying to say, memories can sometimes trigger emotions.
True.
Your emotions. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Next is about forgiveness and understanding. But I think there's a limit to that. What are you being forgiven for?
True.
It's very important.
Very.
Yeah.
Personally, do you forgive people?
Yeah, I'm born again. I'm born again, and according to my faith, we forgive people.
Do you forget?
By the way, that's now what makes me different. I believe I forgive and I forget until you are the one who reminds me of the same.
Okay.
Yes. But again, it depends. What is it? And now the reason why I will forgive and forget, I have a small circle.
Okay.
And in my circle, the people I have are people who are thinking the same way I'm thinking. They're the people who knows that before they do something to me, they have to they have to think about themselves. What about if the same thing would have been done to them?
Yeah.
So when you have such people in your circle, then you find that mistakes can be there, but you find that the magnitude of the mistake, they are low, and also there are things that are minor. They are not big things, right? Because human being is to error. So we can't say that one person is perfect.
True.
But you will find that in certain circumstances, there are things that, yes, you understand it was a mistake. Let's say, for example, there's something, we are involved in something that is, we own together, then I do a mistake, then we incur loss, right? So if such a thing happen, okay, it's something that it's a mistake. So we have to understand and move on.
Okay.
On the same. But not me sleeping with the girlfriend of my friend, right? And saying that, you see, we should understand, we should forgive.
We are friends.
No. If you do that, then it means you're no longer friends. You are enemy.
Okay.
Who is pretending to be a friend. Yeah.
So in forgiveness, there is a limit. Like, it depends with the thing that the person will do to you. To see
Okay,
if,
according to my faith, we are saying that you should forgive everything. But when you come rationally now, you be logical enough.
yeah, I'm trying to be logical here.
So if you be logical, there are things that are hard to forgive.
Very.
And there are things that are giving you information about the person. So, for example, the one I'm telling you, somebody cheats with your husband or your wife. It means that, why should you forgive? Why should you, like, still see sense in this person?
Yeah, and even if you maybe forgive, why would you stay there? So, yeah, that's a thing. That's okay.
So things that are really touching on our emotions is really hard to forgive. So you must always, before, what I can just urge people, before even you do something to your friend, think about yourself. What about if your friend could have done something like that? And there's a study I've also done which says that if somebody has started normalizing the bad doings, this person will reach a moment or a time that they really don't take it a big deal. Somebody can just cheat with your wife and tell you that it's normal. They use this slang that kugongewa, like, yeah, something like that. That slang. Now, so they take it normal. It's a normal thing that if somebody does it to you, then you'll also wait for time to retaliate. So it's a matter of who will be the first kugongea mwenzake. You see something like that.
Yeah, and also people put it also as a bet actually out here. It's like a game people are playing. As you put it, kugongewa. If you are gongewad, you also go and gonge another person. And, you know, like if they put it as a bet, now they come and ask, who ligonga wangapi? Who ligonga wangapi? Yeah. And money is placed there. So it's also a game out here, and it's sad among the youth. So yeah.
No. That should not. You should not even get close to those people who are having such mentality, because that's a very bad mentality. And that if you do such a thing, it means you people are not even friends, right? If you're together, it's because of a mutual benefit, but it's not. That's not a friendship, because you wouldn't wish you cause the pain to your friend, or to instill a pain to your friend. Yeah, you should always try to defend your friends. Yeah. To me, sometimes I say that friendship can be of value. Even a well-nurtured friendship can be even more valuable than even the relationship by blood.
Very.
Yeah. So it's we should not just cherish the relationship by blood, but just know that the relationship that have been made in a right way, okay, the connection that have been made by the supernatural being, you've been brought together by supernatural being who knows how you people are. It can also be as strong as a relationship that has been made, or union that's been made or brought about by blood, right? Yeah. So it is very important.
Okay.
Yeah. Then the one and the most important of all, I can say, we must factor in growth and encouragement in friendship.
Yeah.
That is the most. In fact, that's now all. I want to give you an instance. You will find that at this time, maybe there are friends that you are having when you are in your nursery school, and you no longer share interest. You abandon them. There are those that you are with in primary school. You no longer share interest. You abandon them. There are those that you are with in high school. You are no longer with them. You abandon them. There are those that you are in the tertiary education. You abandon them. And there are those also with whom you are with in your former employment, and you abandon them. What does this mean? It means for you to keep friendship, you have to grow together, right? You have to encourage each other. Why am I saying this? Let's say, for example, you are having a friend in high school or lower learning levels, then you see the system usually sieve people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's usually exam, then it sieve people. There are people who are remaining, those people who are proceeding, and then the people who are like after certain exam, usually find people are getting deviated.
Yeah.
Somebody goes this side, the ball goes this side.
Yeah.
So you find that the people who are viewed by society as successful people, like the people who now go to the next level of the system. Let's say, for example, if you're in high school, then you go to the next level of education.
Yeah.
You'll find that some of your friends that you are having that did not go to your level will start, even if you understand them, they will start shying away. Right?
They feel threatened by
the communication will start fading because they feel like there's something that you are having that they don't have. So you are no longer in the same caliber. Right? So it's very important that when you are in a relationship, that time that you're in within that system, you should encourage these people so that you ensure that when you're growing, you grow together. So that difference should not be there.
Okay.
That difference should not that be big. Right? So if you proceed to the next level, you proceed together. If you proceed to the next level, you proceed together. Something like that.
Yeah.
That one is what will maintain the relationship. If you leave your friend behind, you have masters and your friend is still stuck with maybe
diploma.
There will be a gap. And these people they will feel comfortable associating with fellow diplomas holders and leave yours, because now the stories, when you come to academics, the stories that maybe you might be making are not relevant. You understand? You want to talk about thesis or research paper, and this person maybe is not that concerned with the research paper you're talking about. So they feel like you are not, in that context, you are not relevant, right? So they will feel like you are bragging in somehow. You are bragging, you talk about, and because of that, maybe if you are the higher education level, it means maybe you also get better opportunity when you come to follow through the system, right? So the people will feel like, now he's earning a lot, he's more educated than I am, right? So why should I should find somebody who is in my class, something like that. So for you to maintain the relationship, ensure that you grow together, and it's not just academic wise.
Yeah.
Even the general information, like now we are talking here, ensure that if you learn a new thing, for that friend that you trust, the friend that you feel is part of you, share with them. Because that little information you have maybe could have helped them somewhere when they fall in a temptation. But because you did not share to them, they didn't have that information. Then they fail. When they fail, because you're a friend, and of these attributes that we've mentioned, you will have to come through. You understand?
Yeah.
So when you come through, it means you might come through in different ways. Mutual emotional support and also financial support. Emotional support alone is not enough.
Yeah.
Financial support must play in. When this person keep on finding themselves in problem and you keep on coming through financially, it will reach a point that now you also start feeling burdened,
Like
right?
you're being used.
Yes. So you see, for you to avoid that burden, share with this person the information. Please, this thing, we handle it this way. This is how we're supposed to go through this, so that they don't lag behind. There is this proverb that says, a chain is as strong as the weakest link. A chain is as strong as,
I don't know.
yeah, it is there as the weakest point in that link. Can you just look for that proverb? So it's usually a very, very important proverb when you come to relationship.
A proverb.
Yes, it's very, very important when you come to relationship, because you can say that you are very strong, and the person whom the person whom you deem to be your closest person is weak to certain limit. You will not be strong, because that person will be used. Somebody might use, enemy can use that person to get into you, and however strong you thought you are, you will come down, right? Have you gotten it?
It's not springing.
just put a chain is as strong as something like that.
No, like the network.
Network is not there. Okay, then.
Okay.
Right. So, okay. Just using the same proverb, you must ensure that anybody who is close to you have the right information. Yeah, because if your friend is not informed, then it will bring what we call a risk or a vulnerability to you, right? Yeah, because somebody can use them to get through you. So they must be equally informed, so that if somebody uses them, then they usually find that they are also as strong as you are.
Okay.
So any person that comes close to you, somebody who is close to you, ensure that you also empower them through information, education, and all that.
Yeah.
So that both of you grow together. If you do all that, you'll find you having a sustainable relationship, which is meaningful, constructive. Yeah. So that's all I can say in that. So maybe you can just summarize.
So to you, our beloved viewers, I hope that you have listened, you have understood that these are just some of the qualities that a friendship should have. I'm sure there are many others, but for the ones that we have tackled, I hope that you have taken something. And yes.
So we are saying that, okay, I hope you are remembering. You can remember. We have said that, just to summarize, these qualities will just manifest, but you must start right. Like, you cannot pick on a good friend because you cannot know people, right?
You should have a good foundation.
Good foundation.
Okay.
And we say that you have to pray.
Okay.
For you to get the right friends, right? Yeah. So see us in the next episode.